not here, right?
Right.
They're here, but they're not here. So, I'm just gonna put into the group. Oh, there's Erin. Hi, Erin.
And I want to try out a new joke.
Oh, you've got a new joke? Great. Hold on, just give me just 1 second.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's a joke. I knew somebody that dig a hole in his garden and puts water in it, and the garden flooded. I guess it was mushroom in the garden. Get it? Mushroom,
I
mushroom.
I do get it.
Can you repeat it?
Tell it again for Erin to hear.
Okay. I knew somebody that dig a hole in his garden and and filled it with water, and the garden flooded. I guess it was mushroom in the garden. Get it? Mushroom, mushroom.
So, thank you for your joke, Joshua.
Yeah.
Hello, Elim Sheh and Erin.
Hello.
How are you two girls doing?
Great.
Did you have a good week?
Yeah.
What'd you do this week?
Last week I think last week Thursday oh yes, so last week's Wednesday is my brother's birthday, and he invited many friends, and not many, a little friend, and they came to our house and made the cake. The cake is very delicious and very very big. It is yummy, and we eat it, and then we go outside to play, and they give my little brother some presents, and we play many games together. It's fun,
Nice.
very fun.
That sounds fun.
And I wrote a story.
You wrote sorry.
Story.
Oh, a story. Yeah, a story. For your brother?
No. Today I wrote a story.
Ah,
I wrote just chapter 1.
Chapter 1. How many chapters are you gonna have? A lot?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll have to tell us about it later. Let's see about Erin. How's your week going, Erin?
My story.
Your story. Did you write a story or your week?
Oh, I did write a story, and I'm thinking about it, so I said it wrong.
I do that sometimes. How's your week?
My week's good.
Anything going on? Uh-oh. Somebody's not happy. All right. Look at our idiom for today. Cutting corners.
Cutting corners? What's a corner anyway?
A corner, like on the corner of your paper, you have 4 corners, right?
Right.
Ah, should I cut all the corners? That's not what it means, is it? You can see that's what she did. She cut all the corners off her paper. But that's not what it means. Look at here. Elim Sheh, what does it mean?
Doing something poorly in order to save time or money, to find the cheapest. easiest or fastest way to do something.
Finding the easy way to do something or the quickest way to do something. Here's my sentence. Joshua, will you read it?
The teacher warned the students not to cut corners on the science project as it would lead to poor results.
So, if you have homework to do and you just do it the quickest you can, is that always the best thing?
No.
Oh, that's cutting corners. That's just doing it boom, so you can say, here, I turned it in and I'm done. That's cutting corners. Or if you try to do something very poorly and I'll buy something really cheap that's not very good just to save money. Sometimes we want to save money, but sometimes it's not the best thing when you're doing it to cut corners. So instead, if you're supposed to go from here to here, and you should follow all these steps, you go zoom, and you just cut the corner.
And it's very fast.
And it's fast, but it's not very good sometimes. You have to do all the steps. That's what cutting corners is. So in school, I've tried to come up with idioms for school. This is a good one for school. Do the work in school, right? You have to do all the steps to get things done correctly, not just cut corners. All right. On to science. We left off in the middle of something last time. Do you remember what we were talking about? We're talking about weathering. Who can tell me something about weathering? What is weathering?
The breaking down of rock into small pieces.
That's exactly what it is, breaking down rock into smaller pieces. We talked about what causes mechanical weathering. What causes mechanical weathering?
Wind, water, plants.
Ice.
Aha! A teamwork effort, both of you, right? That's mechanical weathering. That's things that we actually can see breaking the rock. Sometimes we don't have mechanical weathering. We have where it makes a new kind of mineral or a new kind of rock called chemical weathering. And that's where we left off in the middle last time. Chemical weathering. Just look right here. Aaron, read what chemical weathering is.
Chemical weathering happens when chemical reactions form new minerals.
All right. And so we looked at, wait a second. I hit my mouse back. We looked at these pictures and we saw how minerals in the water can create new rocks in caverns sometimes, or turn the rocks red from oxygen, or living organisms living on rock. The ones we didn't talk about was
Acid.
acids. Do you know what acid is?
It's very sour.
It's sour. When for a taste of something, we talk about, what do we talk about? What kind of food is acid then, Aaron? What kind of food is acidic, has acid?
Oh, that's a lemon.
Yeah, lemons. We think of them as being lemon. Now, food acids just taste sour. They're not like bad for you. But if you get big quantities. It can eat through some things. And then there are other acids that are bad. Look at the picture of the statue. What do you notice on the statue? Do you see anything where weathering has happened?
Somewhere on the statue is black and somewhere is green.
Okay. Look, this one I think is a good example. You can almost see how that one is a hole. It makes a little spot and it's eaten away some of the statue. All of these black spots are like little where it's broken some of that rock off. That's acid. Sometimes there's this thing of acid rain, which we're not really going to get much into, but it can eat away rock. So I got a little video to show you, okay? It'll take about 2 or 3 minutes. It's the best way to see how acid can weather rock. Let me make sure I'm sure.
Play.
Yeah, I gotta make sure my sound is on. I want you to hear her talk too. There we go.
For this experiment, you need 2 pieces of limestone. If you don't have limestone, little pieces of cement can be used, as they are partly made from limestone. You need 2 clear cups or jars, white vinegar, which is an acid, water, and a marking pen. Label the cups, V for vinegar and W for water. We've sped things up to make the experiment go more quickly. Place the rocks in the cups, and then add water to the W cup and vinegar to the V cup. The cup with water is our control. This allows us to see if acid affects rock differently than water does. Observe the rocks in each cup. What do you notice?
I'm going to stop right there. The vinegar cup, let me take away that thing. What do you notice automatically with the water and the vinegar? How is it different?
Bubbles.
It's bubbles. There's not really bubbles in the water cup, is there?
Yes. Not
So let's go. Ah! I did it again. I hit the wrong button and it took me off. Hold on. User error, user error. Let me see.
For this, you need 2.
Let me get to where it's bubbling. It's bubbling. Bubbling in my soul.
In the cups, and then add water to the W cup and vinegar to the V cup. The cup with water is our control. This allows us to see if acid affects rock differently than water does. Observe the rocks in each cup. What do you notice? This limestone has clay in it, which gives it a yellow-brown color. There are also bits of fossil bone that are white. When acid reacts with limestone, it releases carbon dioxide gas. Can you see signs of this chemical reaction? Leave the experiment overnight and check on it the next day. What do you observe about the color of the water and vinegar? When we pour out the liquid and look at the rocks, what do you notice? The rock that has been in vinegar is now weak and easy to break. I get clay on my hands because the limestone has been dissolved by the acid, leaving clay behind. The rock that was in water is still strong and does not leave clay on my hands.
All right. So a couple things. Let me ask you some questions. When she came back the next day, what had happened to the water, to the liquid, the vinegar?
It becomes brown.
Why do you think it became brown?
Because it's brown.
Why? Why was it brown? The vinegar was white or clear, sort of like the water.
Because the stone is brown.
It's brown. And what was happening? All of those bubbles, what were they doing to the stone or to the rock?
The stone became smaller.
They were breaking little pieces off. And the vinegar becoming brown is showing pieces. We can't really see them because they become so small, but they have broken down the rock. The rock became
Oh,
smaller. And
so
the
vinegar weathered the rock.
yes, and vinegar is an acid.
I think it's gross because the stone break into so many pieces and you break it and it's so many brown stuff.
Yes. So we think, oh, when we think breaking, we think, oh, we're going to see like a piece of it off, but it really doesn't have to be. It just, they're like teeny tiny pieces that are going to mix in with the liquid, making the liquid brown. Well, that's broken pieces of rock that are making it brown. And then what else did the acid do? The one in the water was still hard, but what about the rock in the acid?
It becomes
Softer.
Becomes easy to break.
It's softer, it's easier to break because the acid has eaten through the rock and is not just, it doesn't eat it like when I say the word eat, it's not like it takes it in, it means it breaks it down. So that's what acid can do and how acid will weather a rock. Oops. We saw this picture. These are some of the weathering. Look at the top picture. What kind of weathering do you see in that top picture?
Rock hills.
I do see rocky hills. Do you see how any weathering that's happened in this picture? Well, more than likely, all of this has been worn away by what?
Water or wind? Oh, wind.
It could be either one. We don't know. It could be water weathering. It could be wind weathering. Either one. So there's mechanical weathering that has happened in this picture. What about the color?
oh,
It became a little brown.
It became a brown. Some of it's got some red. So some of it's different types of rock. Some of it might be some of that chemical weathering by oxygen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Look down at this picture. What kind of weathering do you see there? What in the world is happening in that picture?
There's a tree broke a rock.
A tree broke a rock. It grew through the rock. So what kind
Tree grew through it anyway.
That's sort of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what kind of weathering is this? Breaking of a rock. Oh, that's weathering. Well, what would we say? What kind of weathering? Is it chemical or mechanical?
mechanical.
It's mechanical. And what caused this mechanical weathering?
Plants.
Plants. Those
Yeah,
were one of the
tree.
4. There you go. All right, look at the next picture. What, do you see any signs of weathering in this picture?
The stone.
I see lots of broken stones, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
What makes the stones break?
We don't really know, but I'm asking you to sort of guess and think what's a good answer? What maybe made those stones break?
Wind.
So is this mechanical or chemical?
Mechanical.
It's mechanical again. Do you see how this is all smooth and how there are some lines on it right there?
Maybe water.
I think water's a really good guess for some of this. When you see lines and really long, smooth areas, Normally that's running water that's just running and running. So
Maybe it's people because people sometimes make those rocks become that big, so their trains can go.
that's true. If it were in a big area, people would be a really good guess because we do things like that a lot. Look at this picture. We see a broken rock, so that's obvious weathering. What are some guesses as to what might have caused this weathering?
Ice.
And ice.
Ice. What makes you think ice?
Because there's some white area.
Because there's snow around. So this probably is an example of ice. Now, did we see it happen? No.
Yeah.
But do we know that this happens and can we guess pretty accurately what happens? Yes. Let me get out of there. Any questions on weathering? All right. Our next chapter is we're going to talk about the types of rock. You heard that lady in the experiment say, this is limestone. You can get limestone or cement because cement has limestone in it. Huh? Limestone. It's a kind of rock. But what is rock?
Rock is
Piece of the earth.
Okay. Where it's part of the earth, right? God made this ball of rock called the earth. And when pieces of it, we find pieces, they can be small pieces, they can be even small, they can be gigantic. It's a rock. It's a piece of the earth. Now, we're going to learn there are 3 groups of rock. And oh, do you? Okay, let me say one thing and then you can tell me, Erin, okay? Rocks are grouped by how they're made. That's the important thing that's going to help you remember these groups. Now, I say how they're made. Who made the rocks?
God.
God.
Of course.
And God didn't really use a process to make them. He spoke and they were there. But now rocks like water go through this cycle, and how they're made determine how we classify them. Do you know them, Erin?
Well, the 3 kinds are igneous rock, the sedimentary rock, and the metamorphic rock.
Ta-da! 3 rocks. You'll find this in your book. Where'd you learn that?
What?
Where did you learn that?
Well, I read the science book.
I didn't know if it was this book or if you'd had a class or something. Okay, so if you read the science book, you'll find out 3 groups, and we're going to talk about them. The first one, and we're going to get through this page, are called igneous. Igneous rocks. You say it.
Igneous rock.
Igneous rock.
Igneous rock. Joshua, read what igneous rocks are.
Rocks form when melted rock cools.
Can you think of a time when you might see melted rock?
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes.
A volcano. So igneous rock is made from when you have heat and cooling. That volcano rock is going to form, and it's called an igneous rock. It's made from volcanoes. You can see types over here. Even after we come up with igneous, we name different kinds of igneous rocks. Andesite, basalt. You'll see a lot of basalt. Basalt is very, very common. That's one of the most common kinds of igneous rock. So, read this for me, Elim Sheh.
A volcano is an opening in the Earth's surface that allows melted rock to come to the surface.
Okay,
Surface.
surface, right. So we know we've studied about the parts of the earth, right? What are the parts of the earth?
Rock?
We have the crust. Haven't we talked about the crust?
Yes.
The mantle. Do you remember? We have the crust, the mantle, and the core.
Yeah.
The crust is rock, but the mantle is what?
Melted rock.
The mantle is melted rock. So underneath all of the earth, there's melted rock. Well, the volcanoes let some of that melted rock come up every now and then. And we'll pick up there next week. We'll talk a little bit more about igneous rocks and volcanoes. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hold on. It didn't ask to close. There we go.